This month we will experience 2 eclipses, one solar and one lunar, on the Cancer-Capricorn axis of mother versus father, feminine versus masculine, heart versus head, circular versus hierarchical. The Cancer solar beginning eclipse on July 2nd will focus on developing a new relationship to our nurturing capabilities. Granted, in our society we tend to relegate caretaking to women or less masculine folk, and we show our disdain for this work by paying people much less for emotional labor of any kind. But this is now an opportunity to change the dynamic from lauding competition and cruelty to valuing more healing interactions and professions. Eclipses travel on the nodal axis, and with the North Node now moving through Cancer, our growth occurs in redefining the nature of caretaking. It must be a more mature and sophisticated approach and include expressions of the divine feminine beyond mommy, nurse, or housewife. We are starving for authentic emotional connection, and the lack thereof is reflected in escalating drug abuse, homelessness, food insecurity, among others. Our country, which is so blessed with abundance, seems to now cruelly support withdrawal of funds and policies that benefit the less fortunate, only rewarding those at the top of the financial pyramid scheme. As a Cancer nation, we have to redirect the heartless course we are on in favor of greater compassion and generosity. The South Node, the direction we are leaving behind, is in Capricorn, structure, hierarchy, and authoritarianism. This means that we are meant to turn away from or overthrow the power of the tyrannical father, the greedy corporate raider, the dictatorial leader, or dogmatic preacher. We must exit the hard-hearted policies of the head and false economic statistics exacerbated by a worship of predatory capitalism and enter the realm of the heart. The 2 eclipses will show us where we still need to do the work, continuing through 2024, when Pluto finally exits Capricorn after a 15-year stay. In our individual lives, we must still strive to find balance between the masculine and feminine, and this battle contradiction will play out in these particular areas based on your sign. For Aries, it's home versus career. You must choose to develop your emotional intelligence versus your professional ambitions. For Taurus, it's your view of the world. It is more important to expand your notion of family beyond your childhood kin. For Gemini, it's about your resources. Focus on developing financial and creative partnerships rather than simply making money. For Cancer, it's about your relationships. Rather than nurture another, you must put the attention on yourself first, and then you will attract a more equitable partnership rather than your traditional pattern of paternalistic connections. For Leo, it's about practical versus imaginary life. In your case, bring heart to your work and daily life and try to tone down the voices of judgment and shame hidden in the corners of your mind. For Virgo, personal expression versus group endeavors. Being your authentic self, following your desires, is preferable to rigid service to others out of a default sense of obligation. For Libra, family versus profession. Cultivate a solid emotional foundation and the career will take care of itself. For Scorpio, it's local versus international. Open your heart to those close by rather than living in a fantasy of future otherness. Take practical steps to get your needs met. For Sagittarius, what is your definition of capital? In your case, you are generally altruistic and think that the money will just come. So yes, in this instance, open your heart to attracting financial wealth due to your unique talents rather than playing by society's rules. For Capricorn, it's self versus others. You've gone it alone for a long time. Now is the moment to open yourself to receiving love. For Aquarius, it's chaos versus order. Nurture your dreams and don't get stuck in what is considered acceptable in our currently disintegrating reality paradigm. You are the futurist par excellence, and we need your visions desperately. For Pisces, it's about the bigger picture versus personal issues. You are capable of envisioning the entire world as one, and now is the time to nurture that concept on a larger platform. Leave the romantic doodlings and navel-gazing behind. You are ready. Let us shed the old paradigm of patriarchy, Capricorn, in honor of a world that more fully embraces the intelligence and strength of the heart. By encouraging a deeper emotional connection with ourselves and those around us, we also begin to create a world whereby we feel loved, secure, and safe enough to become our best selves. I'm Metastrologer Patrice Kamins.